Most embarrassing moments in golf history. Golf has given us countless iconic memories, majestic drives, clutch putts, and historic victories. But it's also a game that exposes players when things go spectacularly wrong. From pros losing their cool to bizarre rule mishaps and even fans interfering mid-round, the sport has delivered plenty of cringe-worthy moments. Here's a look at some of the most embarrassing incidents ever seen on the course. But before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. Now, let's get started. 1. Peters loses his cool at LIV Golf Dallas, 2025. It was supposed to be just another Friday at the LIV Golf event in Dallas, but tension boiled over quickly. Belgian golfer Thomas Pieters, grouped with his controversial Four Aces teammate Patrick Reed, was already struggling, 3 over par and visibly frustrated. When a fan from the gallery mouthed off, Reed managed to stay composed, even draining a tricky downhill putt. Pieters, however, snapped. He ducked under the ropes like he was stepping into a boxing ring and stormed toward the stands, putter in hand. The scene was surreal, Reed calmly moving on with his round, while his partner picked a fight with a spectator. The outburst clearly rattled Pieters, who stumbled through the round with bogeys piling up. Reed, meanwhile, went on to win the tournament in a playoff, unfazed by the chaos. 2. Patrick Cantlay's infamous foot shuffle. Fans complain about slow play all the time, but Patrick Cantlay has become the face of the problem. His pre-shot routine, endless shuffling and waggling, reached peak frustration during the Tour Championship, when commentators openly groaned as cameras kept cutting back to him still, not hitting the ball. One media member joked on social media, "You can actually see the grass growing under Patrick Cantlay's feet." Then Phil Mickelson took it up a notch, tweeting, "Cantlay shuffled his feet 26 times before one shot. Multiply that by 36 holes equals 936 foot shuffles in a round." Phil added, "That's more calf raises than I'll ever do." We should admire his athleticism. The internet exploded with memes. Cantlay defended himself, saying slow play is more of a tour issue than a personal problem. Phil's roast, however, was unforgettable. 3. Anne Van Dam's driver. Disaster golfers break clubs in frustration all the time. Anne Van Dam managed to do it by accident, at the worst possible moment. After birdieing the 18th to force a playoff at the Ladies European Tours event at Drummond Castle, she hopped in a cart with an official to head back to the tee. Trying to be helpful, she lifted the gallery rope for the cart to pass, but it snapped around her golf bag like a fishing line. Down went her bag and her driver, snapped in half. Even worse, this was already her backup driver. The first had been broken earlier in the week during airline travel. Forced to use a 3-wood in the playoff, she fought hard, but her opponent sealed the win with an eagle. A brutal way to lose. 4. Tiger and Phil's Ryder Cup disaster, 2004. On paper, it sounded brilliant. Captain Hal Sutton pairing Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson in the Ryder Cup. 2 legends, 1 team. What could go wrong? Everything. Everyone knew Tiger and Phil weren't exactly best friends, but Sutton threw them together anyway. To make matters worse, alternate shot format forced them to play the same type of golf ball. Tiger used a high spin ball, Phil a low spin one. Suddenly, Phil had to learn Tiger's ball overnight while Europe practiced freely. The results were ugly. 2 matches, 2 losses, 0 chemistry. Europe steamrolled Team USA, and the Tiger-Phil experiment went down as one of the worst captain's decisions in Ryder Cup history. 5. Richard Finch falls in the river. 2008 Irish Open. Richard Finch was cruising to victory at Adair Manor. All he had to do was finish the final hole safely. His second shot landed awkwardly by the River Meg, but with a 3-shot lead, all he needed was composure. Instead, he slipped. Mid-swing, Finch lost his balance and toppled head-first into the river. Soaked and embarrassed, he climbed out looking like he'd gone for a swim instead of a win. The incredible part? His ball had landed on the green. He dusted himself off and went on to win the tournament, wet clothes and all. 6. Nelly Korda's fan curse. At the Evian Championship, lightning struck twice for Nelly Korda at the same tournament. In 2022, a fan casually picked up her ball mid-round, smiling like she'd caught a foul ball at a baseball game. 2 years later, in 2025, it happened again. This time, a child walked off with her ball. Golf fans couldn't believe it. Of all the players and all the tournaments, it was Korda twice at Evian. A bizarre, unlucky curse. 7. Rickie Fowler versus the gravity-defying golf ball, 2019. Rickie Fowler looked untouchable at the Waste Management Phoenix Open, holding a 4-shot lead. Then came the 11th hole. His ball found the water. No big deal, right? He took his penalty drop. The ball rolled back into the water, tried again. Same result. By rule, he placed it on the slope. Finally, relief. Except as he walked toward the green, the ball, motionless for seconds, mysteriously rolled back into the hazard by itself. Another penalty. Fowler took a triple bogey, his lead evaporated, and fans couldn't believe what they'd just seen. 8. Bernhard Langer's anchoring controversy. When the USGA banned anchored putting in 2016, most players adapted. Not Bernhard Langer. He simply moved his hand a fraction away from his chest and carried on. Officials have repeatedly cleared his technique, but fans swear it looks like anchoring. His win over Tiger and Charlie Woods at the PNC Championship reignited the debate, with replays sparking outrage. Technically legal. Spirit of the rule? That's another story. 9. Stevie Gallagher's vanishing ball, Hero Indian Open. Stevie Gallagher's Sunday was shaping up perfectly, just 3 shots back with his teenage son on the bag. Then came disaster. On the 7th tee, he pulled his drive into the fescue. The ball disappeared. Lost. He re-teed. Same spot, same result, another lost ball. By his 4th tee shot, the crowd was groaning. His son looked mortified, and Gallagher's fairy tale round had turned into a quadruple bogey blooper reel. 10. Billy Horschel's white pants at Augusta, 2021. Some choices you regret before the round even begins. Billy Horschel was wearing white pants at Augusta. On the 13th hole, his ball found Rays Creek. Off came his shoes and socks as he waded barefoot into the water to hack it out. But before he even swung, the bank betrayed him. He slipped, landing squarely on his backside in soaking white pants. He somehow saved par, but no one remembers the score. Everyone remembers the stain. Golf is a game of precision, patience, and composure. But even the best players in the world are human. Whether it's slipping into rivers, breaking clubs by accident, or suffering rule nightmares, the sport has given us endless moments of awkwardness and hilarity. And maybe that's part of the charm, because in golf, embarrassment is always just one swing away. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.